What's going on, everyone? Happy Saturday to everyone. Hopefully everyone is doing well, staying safe, healthy. If you had to take a COVID test, hopefully you have tested negative. If you did test positive, I hope you have a full and speedy recovery with no long COVID issues. It is time now for the Saturday edition of the Pandemic Update for Saturday, December 9th, 2023. First off, if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. This is where we do the daily pandemic update on not only just COVID, but all of the other viruses that are ongoing out there. And there's quite a few of them right now. It's getting quite concerning, the levels of viruses in the country. So if you learn anything at the end of this video, thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. All right, starting off today, we got just a couple news stories, some data to look at, and at the end, I got a personal note to tell you about that I think a lot of people are going to be happy to hear about. First off, illness results in bus driver shortage in local school district. This is in the Dayton, I believe this is the Dayton, Ohio area. This is from WHIO-TV7, that stands for Ohio, I think. And they're talking about dozens of bus routes were impacted Friday afternoon after a local school district experienced a bus driver shortage. Huber Heights City Schools said that several of their drivers came down with an illness and had to call off, resulting in a shortage. So this is not good. Around 30 routes were impacted, a spokesperson for the district said. So that's really bad. Then we come to this one other news story. We're not reading a news story. I just want you to see this headline. It's just totally, completely ridiculous. New York Times. This is a big time newspaper. New York City. New York Times. High reputation. It's COVID season. What are the new rules for staying safe? All right. Number one, there really aren't any new rules because no restrictions have come into play. I am hearing across the country a couple hospitals here and there are starting to reinstate mask mandates, which that is a good thing, but there's not really any new rules, and the first part is the worst part of this. It's COVID season. Really, it should say, and I don't even know if you could put this, it's virus season because the other viruses come into play now. There is no COVID season. COVID lasts all year round. Did they just forget? Did they just forget that we had a summer wave? The news outlets and the media completely want to minimize the fact that, hey, we just had a long rotation wave that started right after the 4th of July holiday in the summer, and it went into the fall months. That subsided a little bit, and it leveled and dropped ever so slightly, and now it's going with something like this. Yeah, vertical, straight upward now. So no, it's been COVID time since summer. It's been at high levels, and quite frankly, you can catch COVID at any time of the year if the conditions are right. You come in contact with someone that's infected, and you personally have no immunity, good chance you're going to catch it off of that person. So yeah, just a ridiculously worded headline from the New York Times, which quite frankly, I'm not happy about. All right, let's take a look at some air qualities. You're going to see a mixed picture today. There is a large storm system that is brewing in the central section of the U.S., and eventually that's going to make its way to the east. And the I-95 corridor from the south all the way up is going to get hammered with rain and maybe interior snow. But currently, ahead of that, there is warm air. Here, we're in 50 degrees today here in Philadelphia. That's above average temperatures, and the humidity level, the moisture content is starting to go up. Add all this together, it's actually just not a good ozone day, especially for this time of year. Look at this. You're seeing some really bad air qualities across the mid-Atlantic because of this. The rest of the country is not terrible. No, we don't want to see that chart. But the rest of the country is not terrible. It's pretty good in the central states. The West Coast, you do have some spotty, bad air quality still. Again, from California, anywhere up into the Pacific Northwest. But like I said, the midsection of the country not doing too bad. The worst today, really, is the Mid-Atlantic region. You want to be careful if you're in the Mid-Atlantic region. Walgreens this week, we know the positivity was up ever so slightly. And we can take a look here to see that it was 28.7%. Testing was up. We hope testing continues to go up again tomorrow. The Northeast is seeing positivity rises that are pretty significant. I mean, New York State, take a look at this. 50.2%. So, yeah. Next week, hopefully, we will get another update, and hopefully we will see the testing going up and maybe the positivity down. Doubt it. We're well into the JN.1 wave now. Tomorrow we will take a look at wastewater data. So tomorrow will be the wastewater update. It's going to come out in the afternoon at some point. What time? I don't know. But I did want to share this, a new map from the CDC. I don't like the colors that they use, but it's a new map for COVID. There's also, I believe, influenza here as well. And it says here, epidemic status, growing, likely growing, stable or uncertain, likely declining, or not, estimated. And look at this maroon shade, growing. Yeah, Pennsylvania, it's really growing. And it shows the R value being near 1 in Pennsylvania. That's not good. And then you can see here New Jersey, Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Indiana, Iowa, South Dakota. Then we come over to California. These are states where it's really COVID. It's definitely growing right now. The ones here that are in pink, it's likely growing. This purple pinkish color, that's where they say it's likely growing. So, yeah, the areas that are in the highest shade growing, that's where it's really serious. And likely growing, yeah, there's quite a few areas with that as well. Then you have stable or uncertain, and what you don't see, and this is bad, none are likely declining or declining. And my best guess would be, as we head into the next couple weeks, this growing color, it's going to start showing up in more states. This likely growing, it's going to start showing up in more of these states that are stable or uncertain at this time. Continuing on with the CDC data. Variant proportions yesterday. We had an update on that. HV.1 is 29.6%, JN.1 is 21.4%, EG.5 is 8.8%. Then we have a whole bunch of other variants, but in the coming weeks, I think we're going to see less of these. A lot of these ones that are under 1%, because of JN.1, you're going to start to see some of these start to fall off. I think that's what's going to happen. We'll see, though. Moving on now to this, hospital admissions, they're rapidly rising in the United States for COVID. And not only just COVID, I'm hearing a lot of chatter now, locally, about hospitals, this is here in Philadelphia area, locally dealing with a huge surge in RSV right now. RSV is a big problem because, number one, the vaccine came out this year, but there wasn't enough production of it, apparently, because I'm hearing there's shortages of that, and it's the first year with it, so not enough people are going to get it. We're in the middle of the RSV time period now, where it's really taken off, so if it's going to do anything to help with RSV, it's going to be next year. Right now, RSV is a big problem. I'm hearing hospitals are just slammed. I've heard several different local hospitals where the emergency rooms are just swamped, and it doesn't seem to matter the day of the week either, which is it's just not a good thing. Again, wastewater, we'll take a look at it tomorrow, and you can see here's your preview. Yep, there's a lot of orange and red on the map. Oh, real quickly, going back to this, 22,513 COVID admissions in the past week. Yeah, that's up 17.6%. That number keeps going. I think it's only going to go higher, probably by the new year. I could see this maybe hitting 30,000. Or if not higher. It's happening right now. Look at this map. I mean, COVID, it's rising everywhere. RSV is rising. Influenza is rising. The hospitals are very busy right now. And I'm hearing from other places around the country, from messages people have sent me. I'm seeing stuff on Twitter that hospitals are just slammed everywhere. Ohio, St. Louis, North Carolina, California, it's starting to pick up. It's getting serious, folks. I mean, this JN.1 variant, if that didn't exist, it would be bad enough with just RSV and influenza right now if we didn't have COVID. But on top of all that, we have COVID, which is extra strain, and this JN.1, it's really coming in hot. We can't tell, is this a more severe variant? Someone asked somewhere, I forget where it was, is this a more severe variant? We won't know till after the wave, but what we do know from what we can see right now, what's happening is we are seeing rises in hospitals, which we have not seen in some time. Probably the biggest rises we have seen in all of 2023 in the hospital right now. The early signs are not good. We'll see what happens post-wave, how bad of a death surge there happens after this, whether or not, hey, this is more severe. We won't know for probably until mid to late January would be my guess, but the early signs, they're not good. Taking a look now, Philadelphia. EMS incidents starting to go back up again. 785 yesterday. Current EMS calls, not bad. in Montgomery County right now. Chester County's a little busy. Look at this. Ooh, sick person. Multiple heart problems calls. Yeah, Chester County for a Saturday at this time, 6 o'clock in the evening. That's busy. New Jersey at this time, 592 hospitalizations, 66 out of 70 hospitals reporting. So we can assume maybe a couple of the bigger hospitals are not reporting. That would explain why it's dropping. If that number's wrong, New Jersey will correct it. They always do correct it. Medical surgical beds in use, yeah, we don't need to see that. This is what we do want to see. Discharges. There were a lot of discharges yesterday. That is a good thing. Taking a look here at tested positive in New York State, 3,376. This number hasn't updated. Also, taking a look here at hospitalizations, 1,635. California, it finally did update. Sometime late last night, it eventually came in. Everything is rising in California. Not sure. There's really not much to be said here. Hospital admissions going up big time. Positivity rate, look at this, rapidly rising. COVID deaths, yeah, they're starting to go up on this chart as well. I mean, everything's rising. Even influenza, look at this. Test positive for influenza. That is rapidly going up now. Hospital admissions for influenza, 582 new ones in the past week. So that's a little concerning, don't you think? And the COVID hospital admissions in the past week, California, 377 total. It says so. Currently in the hospital there, they have 2,520. Yeah, that's quite a few. And I should add there, the new added influenza is 165 with 582 hospital admissions in the past week. So again, it's just the numbers are just going up here. Alrighty, something I want to talk about now. Today was the day I finally did it. Many people are asking, when am I going to get a booster? I finally got my booster. If you saw yesterday's update, you saw that I said, hey, I'm going to get my Novavax shot today. Well, as of right now, during this video, I am Novavax boosted. I went out to a pharmacy in Skip-Pack, Pennsylvania. It's called Skip-Pack Pharmacy. So if you live in southeast Pennsylvania and you're a follower of my channel, it's called Skip-Pack Pharmacy. And they were wonderful. They did a great job. But I will say this, though. And I don't, who knows, maybe they're going to check out the video. I don't know, because they have been on the news several times before. They weren't masking there. They should be. I was in my N95 mask. Maybe you saw my picture that I posted on X, that's Twitter. They weren't masking there, but other than that, they were great. They were friendly people. Do I wish they were masking there? Of course I do. Everyone should be masking up. But hey, I got the Novavax booster after saying for weeks, hell, heck, it's been over a month now that I said I was going to get it, and things came up. I've been busy, just didn't have time, and so today I finally got my Novavax booster, right in this left arm, right here. Got the Novavax booster, and as of now, I have no side effects so far. If I touch it, yeah, I can feel a little bit, but hey, nothing like the other shots that I had in boosters where my arm would get sore, I would get tired, I would get headaches. It was like I was coming down with a cold with the Moderna booster shots, but Novavax, nothing so far. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully, it stays that way. I'm more concerned about is coming up on Tuesday when I go to get my Exolare. I think that's what it's called. I can put it in the comments down below, the name of it, if you want to look it up. Exolare, I think that's what it's called. Anywho, I'm going to get those injections starting on Tuesday. We'll see. Most people don't have side effects, but there is a small chance of side effects, so we'll see. And they actually gave me an EpiPen prior to that, if you recall. So, just in case something should happen, and it could happen up to a few days or a couple weeks later. So, who knows what's going to happen with that. And what those injections are for is to help me with my breathing, which is very important because, as you know, I tend to get short of breath sometimes. Since having COVID, I have moderate asthma now, which I did not have before, and I'm still questioning if it ties to something else. You may have seen me posted on Twitter that I've been having issues with rashes back here on my back, a couple on my leg. Sometimes they're popping up on my arms. Just that very random. Don't know what that's all about, and I've heard of people talk about it before with long COVID, so who knows? That's something else I'm going to have checked out. Plus, as you all know, I had a swallowing incident a week ago. That's also going to be checked out. Hopefully when I go to my doctor, I'm going to explain to him these new symptoms. that come on, when is this? December 19th is my next regular doctor's appointment, so we'll see what comes of that. Alrighty, folks, that's all I got for today. We'll have the wastewater update tomorrow afternoon. Like last week, we're going to try and keep it under 20 minutes. No guarantees. I will do my best. I will see you all again tomorrow. If you have learned anything, give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. And if you know anyone that needs to see this content, share this with them. If you have a comment, something you want to say, maybe it's something you would like to see in these videos, put a comment about it down below. I know there's a few things that we normally do that we haven't done in a while. Help up data, we haven't shown that in a while. We haven't had time lately. Hopefully we can fit them in rather soon because it's important that we show their data. And they do really good work. Alrighty, folks, I will see you again tomorrow. Until I see you again next time, stay safe, everyone. Thanks for watching, and have a fantastic Saturday evening.